Okay, hello. Okay, I'm not looking in the camera. So I just wanted to come on really quickly. Someone sent me a video yesterday. Great information. But I just wanted to clear up a few things. I love botanical gels, but I'm gonna play a quick video, and I'm not looking in the camera. The camera's up here. Okay, let me play this video. Okay, give me a second, because I don't think it switched over. Okay, hold on. All right, let's see. Preview mode. I don't know if anyone sees me. I'm not seeing it. Okay, let's see. Back to live mode. Okay. Okay, now I see me. Okay, I'm gonna start that video over. So I don't know if anyone can hear me. If you can leave a message in the chat. But I just wanted to come on and speak about a video that someone else sent me. But I'm gonna play a quick video now. Okay. I'm not seeing it myself, but hold on. See, now I could see that. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if anyone saw the video, but I just wanted to speak about I love botanical gels. They just don't work for rippled surface textures, and I grabbed a few gels here. Okay, I am unmuted. Okay, I grabbed a few hold on a second, and no. Okay, tech, right? Okay, so I grabbed a few gels just to uh talk about them right here. Let me see if I can hold on. Of course my camera's too high, but I'm going to see if I can at least bring you down. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, so I am going to talk about, not talk about them, but talk about the gels right here. So I do like botanical gels, but most of the clients that seek my help they are more fine stranded, tight curls with a rippled surface texture. And botanical gels and foams don't work on everyone. Okay, so I am going to, let me make sure my phone's turned down. All right, I'm going to talk about a few here. So I'm going to start from, and it's really basically about water content. So here's a really popular one. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work, but okay, so you see the drop in that. It drops quick. Anything that drops quick will not work on ripple surface textures. So what ripple surface textures have to do, they want to, including myself, that's me. First we want to smooth down that ripple, then clump the curls. This does not do that. And of course, that's Uncle Funky's daughter. I love this as a filler for ripple textures, but I actually just use cream for ripple surface textures in the winter for a basically like your thermal underwear. I always say that. And I typically don't use this for that hair type anymore. And then here's another one. I like these two. I like this one on my wavies. We're not going to mention gel. I mean, we're not going to mention brands, but see how that drops quick. That matters. Water content matters. Here's another one that's similar to Wetline. I think this is similar to Wetline. So this, I know this isn't going to work on me. That drops way too quickly. So water content. And botanical gels typically have humectants in them, so they're going to draw moisture to the hair. My hairs are already an afro. I don't want an afro. I want to wear my hair curly. Afro's fine if I'm just wearing a puff or something. But and then my hair's not long, so my little puff wouldn't even. I would be forced to be in one of those headbands, that mid length, that style that people wear, and then your edges break off. But that's another topic. Okay, and here is another one. Which one is this? Oh, okay, this is a familiar one. Also, people think this is a stronghold. It is a stronghold on more flat and smooth surfaces. I wish there was a better angle for this gel. It's cool to the touch. It drops quick. Now this one, more tacky, but it's actually a stronghold, even though it's taken a while. Nope, see, look, it takes a while to drop. I have to give it a little shake. It eventually drops. But these are, from light hold to strong hold. Then we have this. We want something very sticky. So, of course, this is going to take a while to drop. Hey, what is a surface? What is surface? Okay, surface texture. Let me see how I can describe it. Say you ever see people's hair that, okay, so people hear me. Okay, there's no stylist in my area. So where are you at actually? See, it's not dropping yet. So we're waiting, waiting, waiting. It's actually not going to drop off of this. I've already mentioned it, but I have no idea. Okay, surface texture. So surface texture is where you can feel. Let me see if I can do it with this piece of hair. Actually, I'll do it with some extensions. Okay, so the surface texture is where the cuticle is it's raised. So think of like a bumpy hill, like ridges and bumps and, just a hill. And then like here is, so if you look, it's not even about curl pattern. It's about, I'm sorry, about wave pattern. It's about more of the surface. This is why the typing system doesn't work. So if you look at these two, you can see, of course, clearly the wave pattern is different. The camera's reversed. Yep, the camera's reversed. Okay, but this one doesn't reflect light as much as this one. So this one would be more smooth and flat. I don't like to say silky because that's associated with good hair. I don't like to use good hair. So it's smooth and flat and it reflects light. A lot of people like their hair shiny. That's why oil sheen came back. Came back. Didn't come back. It came out back in the day. So this one, even stretched, you really can't see light because the cuticle is more flat and smooth. I'm sorry, flat. I'm sorry, rippled and rigid. So what we would need to do here, I'm gonna spritz this a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right, so I didn't plan on doing this, but I might as well. Okay, so this one's wet. We're not even going to use the curly or the looser curl. All right, I'll use this as an example. So this is represents a lot of four type hair. Um, four type hair, more rippled and rigid. We don't have YouTube hair. I'll explain that later on. So let's try a foam. One that typically people use is Mousse Def. Lots of water. It will not work on tight curls. Anything that does that, you don't see the curl. It just looks like it's just laying on top. You're just gonna have an afro. Like it looks like it's stretched, but you have to do a lot to get anywhere with this. And I typically like it's stretched out, but it's gonna because it has so much water, it's going to shrink, dry, and just turn back into an afro. So we're gonna use we'll use Uncle Funky since that's pretty popular. So that's Mousse Def. It's just gonna lay. You know, there's a little definition. Okay, let's use Curly Magic. Okay, Curly Magic. Let's see if I can even. Okay. I know it requires a lot of water, but in our case, it would not require a lot of water because the more water you use, you're basically diluting the hair. Now, the smoother textures, they definitely need more, and take also into account that this is human hair, not our hair, but this represents our hair. Still, I mean, you get curl, but of course, it's not going to stay like that. It's going to shrink up. So you see, the more water that's in it, the more it's going to shrink. All right, so let's use something that would probably represent wet line gel. And this is on damp hair. This is not on wet hair. Okay, wet line. This isn't this. I know it'll give you something just to start with. And again, it's damp hair. Okay, I mean, it looks good, but this is an indication that it's not going to work. So you see how it turned foamy? We don't want that. We don't want our gels to turn foamy. So that means there's too much water in your hair possibly, but there's definitely more water in the product. I'm gonna have to get more hair. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's try another one popular. No, actually that wasn't even wet line. That was actually I create hold. It's gonna frizz out. I don't I don't like it on my hair. I like definition for 7 days. I wouldn't like definition. If my hair was longer, yes, because I could wash it more often. But I want definition for 7 days without having to do much. So now we're gonna try the end of the spectrum, one of the end of the spectrum, a stronghold gel. I typically like to run I like to run a comb or brush through it. So you see how that's not reverting, but it did define the hair. So this is going to dry very similar. So see the difference between the few. So here, and it's still foamy. There's foam. There's, what did I use? Something that represents wet line gel. This is I Create Hold. Not bad, but again, it's human hair. It's I'm sorry, it's process extensions that looks like our hair. Then you have definition, and you get the shine from your product. So we also don't want gels that have, again, only if you want 7-day hair, 7-day hair with your tight curls and your ripple texture. And it's all a preference. If you prefer big hair and an afro, we can't have in between. We can't have curls and big hair. Like think of diva curl hair. They're models anyway, I should say. So what it looks like when it's dry, did I even bring it over here? And this has been sitting for a while. So this one at the end, definition, without combing it through and everything. And let me see if it'll do it. Yep, see. So see how sticky that is still? We want that. And of course, the excess on your finger, you want to just take it out anyway, because enough is on the strands. So there's that. And this is actually that same, this is a stronghold gel. Definition dry. I mean, and it will be firm, but it's going to last all week. That's what we want. We want hair to last. All right, so that's why I wanted to come on quickly. And I have 4 foams over here, but they pretty much do the same thing. There's volumizing foam, there's wrapping foam. Wrapping foam would be more for let's see. Wrapping foam, of course, to wrap your hair and do twist outs, but that's setting foam too. Wrapping, setting foam, same thing. And then another one, and volumizing foam is more for people with kind of that limited elasticity that have that I'll put it back on me. So they have a limited elasticity with I'm sorry. Yeah, limited elasticity that don't have a volume on the first day. So they would want to use a volumizing foam to give their hair, of course, more volume on day 1 and day 2. Foams don't last as long as gels do, and the gels vary in degrees as you've seen below. So if you have any questions, let me know. I hope everyone was able to hear me. So I am going to leave now. No, thank you for tuning in. Okay, bye. Let me see. Wait a minute. Okay, somebody's still here. Okay, let's see. So the do would work for 4C. Okay, so hair typing. Let's talk about that first. Hair typing could be. Let me see if I can grab something else. Okay, these are not good examples. Okay, so 4 type hair, or I'm sorry, yeah, 4 type hair and 4C hair. So I'm just going to use these as an example off the cuff. So if you see this hair, these hair, I mean, it doesn't look similar, but if I brush this out and just off first glance, they would look the same. But once you start hydrating, you notice the wave pattern's different. So that's why typing isn't really conducive for you to use products based on what you see online. I only recommend typing for styles, say like, oh, I want to see what a twist out looks with 4C hair, you know it's going to be tighter. Or like, let me see what it looks like on 3C hair. Oh, it's going to be looser and probably not have enough volume. But three things that you probably should pay attention to are maybe, well, not really porosity, so I'm not gonna add that into there. That's based on your care mostly. So low porosity means that you just have to spend more time on your hair. And sometimes that's a false indicator because you might have buildup in your hair. So you have to spend time with your shampoo. The next thing you have to pay attention to, more so the top thing I would say, is surface texture. So some people with tight curls that look like this, and I'm actually going to have a model here at the salon when I have the coils day out, coils and clip-ins. She has tight curls, so her hair looks like this when it's dry, but then it looks like it actually is looser than this when it's well, I'm sorry, when it's dehydrated it looks like that, but it looks like this more so when it's defined. So you want to pay attention to your surface texture and your overall, like with your the result that you want. Okay, let me see. Sorry. So yeah, I don't, based on what people know, what consumers know about 4C hair, I would say no for the do. Especially if your hair, you have trouble retaining length, moisture, most likely you have a tighter curl, and most people want, definition, not necessarily length. They want definition and a little bit of volume. But I have videos in my YouTube. Somebody else asked a question. You can actually, you can use I Create Hold. I actually have a guide. The links in my about section, but I have a guide. Just think stronghold, or I'm sorry, more like foam, botanical gels to light hold gel to stronghold gel. Always look for a stronghold gel. One rule of thumb, I would say, if you're out there in the world, go in the men's section. Go in the men's section, because believe it or not, this is absolutely a no-no in the community, but I do it. So one product that I love, don't go out and do this though. This is a disclaimer. Um, so just for fun, I'm a dirty gel girl, and pin that comment. Um, One thing I had to do during the pandemic is use, like, I Create Holds for my tighter curls with the rippled surface texture, then put a heavy gel on top. Let me see. See, it's not falling yet. It's not falling. It's taking a minute. It did fall, but so this is I do not use this on my clients, and it's good for edges though. Got to be ultra glued, not for your entire hair, but just for a quick layer on top or for your edges. People think because it's a strong hold gel, that it's going to ruin your edges. It's not going to ruin your edges. What ruins your edges is constantly, I don't have it, it's constantly using edge control every day, and then using that brush, and the bristles are every which way. So what they're doing, they're like ripping through your hair and causing breakage at your edges. But one application of your stronghold gel, that's not on the paper here, or on the foil here. One application of a stronghold gel, like got to be just on your edges, smooth back with a comb because you have more control. Yeah, because you have more control, and then sit under your dryer, and don't brush your hair through. You'll have to shampoo that out. Does anyone else have any more questions? And I know I am delayed. Okay, no one has any more questions. Okay, I am going to go, but I'll leave the chat open just for a few more seconds. Okay, bye.